Welcome! Today, I would like to introduce the basics of making okonomiyaki. I hope to explain it in a way that even beginners or those making okonomiyaki for the first time can understand. I will introduce 3 things: how to cut cabbage for okonomiyaki, how to make the batter, and how to cook it. First, let's talk about how to cut the cabbage. There are 2 main ways to cut cabbage: mincing and shredding. This time, I will introduce how to make okonomiyaki with minced cabbage. There are 2 ways to mince cabbage. You can either mince it into large pieces or into small, fine pieces. Okonomiyaki made with large minced cabbage has a crunchy texture due to the remaining cabbage texture. If you make okonomiyaki with finely cut cabbage, you will get a fluffy okonomiyaki without the texture of cabbage. The okonomiyaki I will introduce this time is made with minced cabbage, which leaves a crunchy texture. First, remove 2 to 3 dirty outer leaves from the cabbage. Cut off the dirty part of the core. Cut it in half. Then, cut off the dirty parts. Now that the dirty parts are gone, you are ready to go. Leave the core until the end. First, cut the cabbage up and down. Divide it into a part with a lot of core and a part with a lot of leaves. Then, hollow out the middle part of the upper half of the leaf part and mince this hollowed out cabbage. The remaining outer part of the leaf is very soft, so it's good to use it for shredded salad or stir fry. The lower half of the cabbage is also shredded while leaving the core. Once shredded, rotate it 90 degrees and mince it. If you shred it finely at first, you can make a fine mince. Depending on the size at this time, you can make a fine mince or a large mince. This time, the size of the minced cabbage is about 1 centimeter, and you can make a crunchy okonomiyaki with the texture of cabbage remaining. If you make it yourself, please compare the taste of okonomiyaki with large minced cabbage and finely minced cabbage and find your preference.
Let's go.
In the video, I am making it for business with 1 kilogram of flour. At home, 100 g of flour will make about 4 servings. Mix the flour finely to inflate the air. If you make okonomiyaki as it is, it will not be delicious, so I will add some flavor. Milk 100 cubic centimeters. For 4 servings, it is 1 teaspoon of milk. Sake 50 cubic centimeters. For 4 servings, it is 1 teaspoon. Soy sauce 50 cubic centimeters. For 4 servings, it is 1 teaspoon. Soup 800 cubic centimeters. For 4 servings, it is 50 cubic centimeters of soup. And also put eggs in the batter. I'm putting in 12. For 4 servings, put in 1 egg. Put all the ingredients except yam in at once and mix them all at once. Mix as few times as possible so that it does not become sticky. Once it is mixed all over, finally add the yam. Grate 300 g of yam with a grater and put it in the batter. For 4 servings, it is 20 grams. Even when mixing the yam, mix it with the minimum number of times so that it does not become sticky. After mixing, move the bowl, cover it with wrap, and store it in the refrigerator for 2 hours. Take out the batter stored in the refrigerator for 2 hours and divide it into cups for 1 serving at a time. Put 50 g of batter per serving. Next, put 160 g of cabbage. After that, it's tempura bits and ginger. Put a small amount. Especially ginger is a small amount, but it will be an accent of taste, so please prepare it by all means and it will be more delicious. Now the cup is ready. After that, break and mix the egg just before baking. Please mix the Okonomiyaki cup just before you start baking. If you mix it just before baking, you will definitely get a more delicious Okonomiyaki. Now that we are ready, let's bake it. I put 1 egg per cup. I prepared pork belly 60 g. The temperature of the iron plate is high heat and oil is applied. Be careful not to mix the cup too much. If you mix too much, the bubbles that were made in the Okonomiyaki batter will collapse. After mixing a little, drop 2/3 of the cup onto the iron plate. Please leave 1/3 in the cup. Spread it round and thick and bake it. Don't make it thin and big. If the thickness of the batter is not there and it is thin, it will not be a fluffy Okonomiyaki. When you spread the batter on the iron plate, make sure that the batter is not piled up and keep it flat. If the center part is thick and the surroundings are thin, it will not bake evenly, so be careful. Bake the pork belly lightly and cut it into bite-sized pieces. Then, put it on top of the batter. If you cook it all the way to the end, it will get too cooked and hard while you are baking the Okonomiyaki. After putting the pork belly, put the remaining 2/3 of the batter evenly on top. At this time as well, make sure that the middle is not piled up, and put it on so that it has a uniform thickness.
Bake the pork belly lightly and cut it into bite-sized pieces. Then, put it on.
It's been about 4 minutes, so turn it over. The point when turning over is to turn it over slowly without rushing. After turning it over, it's been 4 minutes, so turn it over. This completes it. It's baked in a delicious wheat color. The surface is crispy and the inside is fluffy. As you can see when you enlarge the surface of the batter, it is just right baked just before it burns. Finally, apply sauce, mayonnaise, and bonito to finish. Apply plenty of sweet sauce. Osaka sauce is often sweet. Next, please put mayonnaise to your liking. Bonito and seaweed have a very good flavor, so please be sure to put it on. It's done. Please enjoy your meal. Thank you for watching until the end. The points this time were how to cut cabbage, how to make batter, and how to bake, but even among them, the size of how to mince cabbage can make various flavors. Also, please add various things in the way of making the batter and pursue delicious okonomiyaki. In this channel, I will continue to post various videos related to okonomiyaki, so if you like, please press the good button and register the channel. Thank you very much.
If you have any question about okonomiyaki or Japanese food menus, please feel free to use the comment section. Thank you very much.